Ilia Topuria has responded to Max Holloway's call-out after his victory over Justin Gaethje. He says that he felt Max Holloway didn't do anything special at UFC 300, and he says here on Twitter, as you can see, that he is going to put his lights out. And this is all from this interview he did, which is in Spanish, and this is music to my ears. I could not think of better news coming out of UFC 300. Aside from a few other stories, but this is what I was hoping for. When I saw Max Holloway put Justin Gaethje's lights out, this is the fight I wanted to see. I understand that it may be more lucrative and probably easier for Max Holloway to wait for the winner of Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler to call his name, and Max Holloway to have an easy ticket to fight them because these guys love trophies and Max Holloway has the baddest trophy, literally. So I understand that, but from the point of view of somebody who wants to see these guys take on the greatest legacy fights, I want these guys to take on the toughest challenges time and time and time again and get paid for it. I wanted to see this fight, Max Holloway versus Ilia Topuria, because as somebody who was very high on Ilia Topuria, who won big when he knocked out Alexander Volkanovski in the second round, I wanted to see him take on the toughest challenges. I didn't want to hear about any of this super fight or money fight nonsense. The biggest challenge for him, unquestionably, was Max Holloway. And I retreated to the idea that we probably were never going to see that fight, because Max Holloway moving up to 155 was likely never going to come back down to featherweight, because once you put on all that weight, it is hard to cut the extra pounds back down to the weight class you started at, especially when you are in your 30s, which Max Holloway is. This guy had trouble making weight when he was in his mid-20s. But Max Holloway, I'm sure, would want to do it, but it just seemed unrealistic. And the other idea that pretty much everybody, including myself, believed is that Max Holloway was not going to come out of this fight, win or lose, the same man he was walking in. And he definitely took a lot of damage to the lead leg. But given the amount of damage that Max Holloway has taken in the previous fights, such as against Dustin Poirier, this is not what I was expecting. I thought he was going to take a lot worse punishment than he did. In other words, it seemed like that fight had been resurrected from the dead. And when I saw him calling out Ilia Topuria in classic Max Holloway fashion, I could not contain my excitement. And the fact that Ilia Topuria is responding like a true champion, saying, yep, let's do it, I'm going to put your lights out, I love it. Ilia Topuria has had some of the most unbreakable confidence I have ever seen. The way he said he was going to put out Alexander Volkanovski easy, like it was going to be nothing, like it wouldn't even be a challenge, and that he would not even give any of the other contenders a title shot, and that he was going to take that title so easily as if it was like taking candy from a baby. And he did. I want to see that guy fight the man who dethroned, in my opinion, the greatest featherweight of all time in Jose Aldo. And if Max Holloway wins this fight, for me, and I say this as a hardcore fan of Jose Aldo, one of the biggest Jose Aldo fans ever, he is the featherweight GOAT, unquestionably. Max Holloway, numero uno. Let's see how this plays out. How excited are you for this fight? Do you guys have the same excitement level as I do right now? Let me know down below what you guys think. Who are you picking to win when this fight happens? And how do you see the fight playing out? Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more as always.